Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, we are doing cubic function graphs and we'll continue with it. I'm going to take an example, and with this example I'm going to show that the graph is intersecting x-axis at 3 points. So let's take an example. Y is equal to x cubed minus 4x. Now, how are we going to get factors of this function? It's not our concern here. So I'm going to write factors directly, not going into long division or anything like that. So the factors will be x into x plus 2 and x minus 2. Now let's take values for x and y, and we'll plot those values on the graph. Okay, so x, y. When x is 0, obviously multiplied with 0, y will be 0 also. When x is 1, okay, 1 plus, I'll write it here, 1 into 1 plus 2 into 1 minus 2, which is 1 into 3 into minus 1, so it is minus 3, 1 minus 1, and minus 1 into 1 into minus 3, so it's going to be 3. When I take 2 minus 2, 0, it is 0. And then I take minus 2 plus 2, 0, everything will be 0, so 0. So here we have the coordinates for x and y. Let's plot those coordinates and see what kind of a graph we are going to get. Right, we have coordinates, and now let's plot these points. So first is 0 and 0, so first point is this. Then 1 and minus 3, 1 and minus 3, so it will be somewhere here. And then it's minus 1 and 3, minus 1 and 3. It's here. 2 and 0, it's here. And minus 2 and 0. Now let's join them. Pardon. Okay, so after joining, this is the graph we are going to get, and from this table and from this graph it is evident that whenever we have 0 value for y, it means that the graph is going to intersect y-axis, minus 2, 0, 0, 0, 2 and 0. So it's a cubic function and the graph is intersecting at 3 points, so it means that this is the way, this will be the situation then when we can say that the graph is intersecting x-axis at 3 points because of the cubic nature. Okay, now let's take an example. In that example, I'll try to show what will be the situation when the graph is not intersecting the x-axis at all. Okay, now we have example. The cubic function is y is equal to 3 over x cubed. So little different example. Now let's take the values for x and y. Now this is a situation where I cannot take x equals to 0, because if I am going to divide 3 by 0, it's going to be undefined. So this is a situation where we cannot take x is equal to 0, and when we are not taking x is equal to 0, it clearly means that something is not intersecting x-axis. Okay, so let's starting with 1. dividing by 1, obviously we are going to get 3 minus 1. If it is minus, so I'm going to get minus 3. Now for 2 it's going to be 8, and the value will be turned out to be like 0.38 minus 2 minus 8 minus 0.38. Then let's take 3 divided by 9, and I'm going to get 0.11 minus 3 minus 0.11. So these are the points, and now let's plot these points. The first point, 1 and 3. It is here, okay? Minus 1 and minus 3. So it is here. 2 and 0.38. 2 and 0.38. So it's a little below 0.5. So it's somewhere here. Minus 2 and minus 3 point. So it is minus 2. So it is somewhere here. Okay. Now 0.113, 0.11, it is very close to here, but not on x-axis. Similarly here. Now let's join them. So after joining, what I'm going to get? Something like this. So you see, the graph will be coming close to x-axis, 0.11, but it's not going to intersect the x-axis, because if we are dividing by 0, it's undefined. So in this case, in this kind of a function, the type of the graph we are going to get is this, and it's not intersecting x-axis. Okay, so these were the examples about the cubic functions. Hope you got the idea what kind of a graph we are going to get, and when it's the graph is intersecting region, when it is intersecting once only, when it is intersecting 3 times because of the cubic nature, and when it is not intersecting at all. So that's all. Thank you very much.